Hello and welcome to another Tutorials tutorial. And so I was looking at the Transformers Dark of the Moon trailer, and I noticed there were some quite awesome titles, not the weird robot Transformers logo thing, but these awesome things which fly towards the camera. They have a flare, obviously it's Michael Bay, and so I thought, I think I might recreate that in After Effects for you all. So here it goes. Okay, I have not done this before. This is completely improv tutorial here. So I've made a new comp. This comp is a custom thing I've done, and basically it's anamorphic aspect ratio, which is what they use in the movies, and it's all wide and awesome, and it's 23.976 frames a second, which is a cinematic. It looks more film-like frame rate, and I need to name this composition top text. So there we go. Let's make some new text. I shall call it, oh, guess what I'm going to call it. There we go. Ooh. Oh yes, I was practicing with strokes to see if I could work. I forgot how to do strokes, so I was just practicing with that. But I have not done the rest of the tutorial. I shall tell you now. So let's make the colour white and no stroke colour. No, wait. There we go. And let's turn on the title action safe so we can see where everything is. Let's scale this down and hold shift and press the up arrow key to move it up. There we go. Lovely. So I'm going to make a new comp and call it bottom text, and then make some new text again, and guess what I'm going to write. I can spell it this time, unlike the 3D text tutorial, and this tutorial is going to link in with that 3D text tutorial, link in the description hopefully. So we're going to be doing the same technique which we learned in that tutorial. So now for this comp, I think, so I'm just thinking at the same time as making this, because I've never done it before. Yes, let's do that, and then stroke colour white. I'd say that's a little thick, so 3 pixels, give it 3 pixels stroke. Good. So let's make a new comp again. Main comp. And drag them in. Now we used the title action save so we could line it up and get them all nice and lined up. I said it's the same thing. Now that's looking too big, the tutorials, so let's scale it down and then move it up, and then let's scale this down and see how that looks. That looks good enough, I should say. Okay, so now we're going to make the 3D text. So let's turn the bottom text on. Let's make it 3D. If you don't get any of these, you can press this button and it will toggle blending modes and some buttons such as quality. You can do that. I don't play with that at all. Motion blur. I don't actually know what that is. Oh, adjustment layer. I have not learned about that. I shall have to check that out. Okay, so 3D layer. Actually, first let's make a new camera. 28. Good. So top, I say and then Control D up. I'd say that's good. So active camera. Now that does not look like the titles. So what we're going to do is now also go back to top layer. The highest thing the highest layer on here is the back layer. So we need to take the bottom layer, which is the front layer on here, this is going to sound confusing, and drag it to the top. Let's rename it top text front, just so just to make things easier for us. So now let's just solo one of the back 3D layers, and let's add a tint. Yes, tint. And so it's not entirely black, but it's still pretty dark. And a bevel. No, yes, bevel. Perspective bevel alpha. That's too much of a bevel, I would say. I'm doing, yeah, and in light color, bring it down. Just playing around with settings here. You can do whatever you think looks best for your needs, and I'd say that looks good. So we're going to hold shift and select both of the effects, and then hold shift on all of the other 3D layers and press paste. That did not seem to forgot to copy the tint, so copy that, hold shift on all the layers again, la-di-da-di-da, paste, there we go. Unsolo that. That should have worked. Nice. I'd say that front layer is a bit too bright, so let's darken that a bit. There we go. Looking good. Would you say that's too thick? 3D? I don't know. No, that looks fine. So not looking too shabby. So let's make a little camera move. So let's press P to bring up the position. I know, oh, we have not made that top layer 3D. We need to do that. So let's start to move it down a little bit so it looks more awesome, as we would say. Make a keyframe, click and drag to the end, and but wait, go into the left view. I'd say that's okay. So back to camera. Quality to half, just so we can speed this up. Yep, that's looking good. So now we need to recreate the flare. So layer, new, solid. This will be using optical flares, so new comp, doesn't matter about the colour. I like to keep it black. So Video Copilot, optical flares. Thank you. And here it is, optical flares, and we click options. Okay, my preview window has been over there because I have two monitors and I like working with two monitors. So presets, let's look for some presets which could fit. I'm looking for a nice anamorphic lens. Let's just go through that all again slowly. Nice and anamorphic with a line going through it would be nice. Ooh, I'm liking that one. But we should get rid of some of these bits and bobs, and don't think that glows. Yeah, that looks more like the trailer. So we don't need that big bit. This is all just me messing around. You can pick a flare. We don't, caustics. Okay, that glow we don't need. The dot, where's that streak? There it is. Streak, streak, streak. Caustic. Caustic. Looking good. Okay. So now we put it on transparent. Toggle switches. You can press F4 and that will swap them around. Blending mode, add. And that blends it well, nicely with everything else. Now that's looking a bit too dominant at the moment. Let's just drag it to the first frame. Let's put the scale down to about 60. How does that look? Much better. Let's just solo. Let's just Han Solo. Haha, not funny. The tutorials. That's looking nice already. And we're going to animate the position just slightly. Yes, animate the position. Looking nice, yes, very nice. And I think a flicker will be good. So let's just see. Let's max it out. See how that looks. A bit too much on the amount. Too much on the speed. How does that look? Let's get rid of that. I'd say that looks pretty similar. That's not bad for 11 minutes work. This is more. I think this was more of a watch me try and do something badly than a tutorial. But you can follow along if you want. Really should have said that at the start, but oh well. I think that's looking good. I shall pause this amazing video while this previews. Okay, while that was rendering, I sort of watched the trailer again, and I realised the titles were coming forwards, not backwards. But oh well. It doesn't matter really. So let's see what we got. Now let's just zoom in so you can see. Let's minimal. 100 because there's lots of blank space. Not bad. If I had longer, it could have been better, but since we like short tutorials here, well, sort of. I think this is not bad for coming up to 13 minutes. Now, 13 minutes work. Yeah. Well, if you managed to follow along, congratulations. I applaud you. So, yeah. Thank you for watching this attempt at a tutorial. Well, it was just more of a watch me fail video, but oh well. Thank you for watching this, and toodle pip. Did I really just say that? Laters.